my name is Stephen Fitzsimon from Melbourne Real Estate, and I'd like to have a quick chat to you today about the pros and cons of rental guarantees. Now, we're an agency that has over 1,000 properties under management, the vast majority of which are new apartments in new buildings in inner Melbourne. Now, a lot of owners that are looking to buy into the new apartment area, and they're thinking, well, they're offered rental guarantees with the purchase of those properties. Now, a lot of people say to me, Steve, but should I get a property with a rental guarantee or not? What are the pros and cons? So I wanted to talk that through you today. So I've just done a quick list here of some pros and cons with rental guarantees. It's not all bad news when it comes to rental guarantees. There are reasons why the developers offer them, and let's just start off with those. The reason why a developer would offer you a rental guarantee, and one of the benefits for you, is that they're actually guaranteeing your rent or paying your rent on the property from the time that it's settled for a set period. Obviously, if that period is, for instance, a 12-month guarantee, if that property is not tenanted during that 12 months whilst they're trying to find you a tenant, they would be paying your rental for the time up until it was tenanted. And if it was tenanted for an amount below the actual guarantee amount, they'd be paying a top-up to provide that reassurance of that income from day one right through that rental guarantee period. That rental guarantee period may also be above the market rental. I've seen some recently, some developers offering rental guarantees of 6%, 7% rental guarantee. Now, currently in Melbourne, about a 4.5% yield on a brand new property is what you'd expect. So if you were to achieve 6% or 7% for the first year, well, that's fantastic news for a purchaser that's going to be paying off some of their loan by getting that guaranteed and additional income on their property. So there's some of the pros. Now, in relation to the cons, most developers are out there, well, nearly all of them are out there to make a buck. So the reason that they would want you to purchase their property, an incentive, is this rental guarantee. But they normally absorb that in some of their purchase price. So you may be paying a premium because they're counting that they're going to have to expend a bit of money on that rental guarantee. They increase the value of their property by $20,000 and only end up having to pay $5,000 as a rental guarantee to the owner. Well, then they've made $15,000 on the deal. So that's one of the reasons. Another thing, not all properties are going to require a rental guarantee, and I'll get to that a little bit later to give you a better understanding there. But lastly of all, you might find out that if you're going into a rental guarantee, the developer is normally the one that appoints the agency that organises and runs that rental guarantee, and that as a rule you normally have to sign up with a set agency to handle the leasing of your property and the management of your property, and that might not be the ideal outcome for you. You may be using either a developer-owned agency, which may not be acting in your best interest. They might be acting in the developer's best interest, or alternatively you may be matched up with an agency which is not capable or confident in providing an expert property management solution. Now, just returning to that perhaps not required, I wanted to talk about a couple of different examples of rental guarantees and their effectiveness. Recently there was a development in South Bank. It was called Sunday Apartments. Now, to give you a quick overview, this is a drawing that I've done on No Picasso in terms of Sunday Apartments. It was a tall high-rise building, and on each floor there was a very similar floor plan like this one here, in that you had a lift in the middle, and then around the lift you would have one bedroom apartments, two bedroom, and then one bedroom, two bedroom, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. So 4 different 2-bedroom apartments, but all identical in their floor plan, but then 12 different 1-bedroom apartments, the only difference being that they faced different ways, all the different same floor plans. Why am I telling you this? Well, this was a great example of where a floor plan could really benefit the owners, and I'll explain why. Take, for example, you purchased this property up the top here of the apartment. It's going to be high desire because of the fact that it's got wonderful views. It's exactly the same as the floor plan of this apartment down the bottom, okay, but obviously most people are going to want to live right up the top and down the bottom. Now, if you're talking about a 30 apartment, a 30-floor building, this is going to be one of the first 5 in terms of desirability. This one here is going to be one of the last, 20 to 25th in terms of desirability. Just of that apartment, which for example is this one here, and the view and the outlook that gets. So we're going to have to find 20 tenants that want to live in that apartment, in that location, in that building, before we lease this property. And you'll find one here within the first 4 or 5 tenants. Obviously, if you purchase this property with a rental guarantee, well, you might find that you're paying a premium for the property, but it's tenanted quickly anyhow because it's a high desire apartment within that complex. Here, you pay the same premium for the rental guarantee, but you would find that here you might be actually waiting for all of these other apartments to fill up until you got to this apartment here being the one that's suitable for you. So here you might find 2 to 3 months of rental being paid for by the developer. Here it might only be 1 or 2 weeks. So which one has worked out better for the investor? I dare say here. Now, if you compare that to another development, a development that's only maybe 8 or 10 apartments, of which there's lots of different floor plans and lots of different choice that's going to attract different sectors of the market, a smaller development is likely to lease quickly. And if there are lots of different floor plans, then the market will absorb it rapidly, and therefore you won't have the delay in leasing a property like this that may have, if you're looking at 20 floors of 12 apartments, you're looking at 240 apartments, of which if you're looking at about an 80% investor ratio, 8 twos are 16, 8 fours are 32, is 172 apartments that need to be leased out that are the same floor plan, just facing a different way, in the same building, in the same location. Obviously, this could take 4 months to lease out if done effectively by a good quality agent. It could take 6 or 8 months if it's done by somebody with less expertise. Obviously, in my opinion, having a rental guarantee on a low floor in that building is a much better outcome than paying for a rental guarantee in a small development of 6, 8, 15 apartments where there's that variety and they won't have so many issues with the marketplace. So my name's Stephen Fitzsimon from Melbourne Real Estate. I hope you've appreciated the pros and cons to rental guarantees. If you're buying a property with a rental guarantee, or you have a property and you've experienced this circumstance, I'd love to hear from you. We'd love to look after those properties and get you to a situation where you're getting every dollar that you can from your property using our techniques and tactics. Look forward to giving you some more advice in the future. Thanks for watching.